Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Okay, I want to ask you from scale 1 to 10, how do you feel today? 8? 1? Someone said 1? And then anything else from here? From 1 to 10, how do you feel? 9, 2? And then in here? 5, so in the middle, 4. Can I know why do you feel that way? Kenapa yang di bawah dari 5? Yang di bawah 5 kenapa nih tadi yang 4 tadi? Angelica, why do you say 4? Or do you just feel tired? Sad? Oh, I see. I hope you feel better today. Okay, you may sit down. Before we start the class, I want you to check the cleanliness of the classroom first. Please throw away the rubbish below your table. Let me check. Nah, ini ada sampah. Please pick it up. Okay. Okay. Please put away your phone. I will tell you later if you can use your phone later. Jadi simpan dulu ya. Okay. Let's pray together. Berdasarkan kepercayaan masing-masingnya dulu ya sebelum kita belajar. Okay, the prayer start now. Okay, finish. Alright, now I want to ask you some question first. Have you ever tried to convince someone about something? Pernah nggak? Yes, of course yes ya. How do you convince that person? Okay, giving arguments. Why is it good? So you are giving evidence. Okay, anything else? How do you? Oh, telling him the benefits. Okay, good. So it is if you want to convince about a good thing. Anything else? Anything else want to tell me? How do you convince someone about something? Yes? Okay, boleh. So how do you tell them? Yes? Oh, I see. You are using berarti kalimatnya yang harus coba gini gitu ya. Persuasive language. Okay, good. Yes, you may come in. Waalaikumsalam. Now, as a teenager, you are teenagers, right? So I want to ask you, what are the common issues that you usually find? Biasanya permasalahan apa sih yang kalian hadapi sebagai teenagers? What? About love problem? Okay. What? What? I cannot hear you.
Financial.
Oh, financial. Okay, good. Anything else? Self-confidence. Okay. So, misalnya nih, let's say I will choose the self-confidence ya. If you want to tell someone to be more confident, how do you convince that person? Yes? Talk in front of the mirror. Oh, berarti you give them suggestion. Seperti itu ya. Anything else? Give them motivational word. Okay, good. Mungkin misalnya bisa juga ditambahkan cari alasannya kenapa kita harus percaya diri. Misalnya benefitnya apa? Kalau kita confident berarti orang akan mudah percaya dengan kita. Atau misalnya ketika kita berbicara, orang akan lebih memperhatikan kita. Seperti itu ya. Oke, now let's review a little bit from the previous material. What did you learn before this class? Ada yang masih ingat? Analytical exposition text. Okay, what did you learn from analytical exposition text? Giving arguments. Okay, anything else? What are those?
One text is usually like the argument itself, and then the other is more of about the good and the bad.
Okay, do you still remember the name of the other exposition text? Hortatory. So it's the other thing is hortatory. Ada lagi yang mau menambahkan? Mungkin yang di belakang. What did we learn before? Tadi temannya bilang how to make arguments. Terus ada mempelajari dua jenis teks, yang analytical sama hortatory tadi ya. Anything else in here? Ada yang mau menambahkan? Okay, let's talk about that. Ada yang masih ingat which text that has two kinds of arguments? Analytical atau hortatory? Analytical. What about with one argument? The text that has one argument, only one kind of argument. Hortatory, oke. Okay. Jadi ada analytical sama hortatory. Jangan sampai ketukar ya. Analytical itu berarti ada dua jenis argumennya, antara yang pro dan kontra. Kalau hortatory cuma salah satu ya. Pro or cons. Oke. Okay. Do you still remember what are the structures?
Structure.
Thesis. And then the second one? Arguments. The third one? Reiteration. Good job. Okay. So, from the previous one, we learned about the basics of analytical exposition text, right? Now, for today's lesson, we're going to make arguments. Jadi, kita akan belajar cara membuat arguments-nya. Sebelumnya kan memahami isi teksnya. Sekarang kita belajar yang membuat arguments-nya. So, later, we're going to make a speech. Jadi nanti kalian akan berpidato dengan teman sepasang kalian nanti. So, the learning objective for today is you're going to construct appropriate arguments for a short analytical exposition speech correctly. And then the second one, deliver a short analytical exposition speech to a small group of their peers that clearly presents a thesis statement, supporting arguments with relevant examples, and use appropriate persuasive language. Jadi tadi sudah sesuai dengan yang teman kalian ucapkan ya. Tadi ada argumennya, lalu ada main argumennya, dan harus ada persuasive language-nya. Okay, any question? Yes? Yes, boleh. Tapi kalau karena ini analytical, berarti harus ada mengcover dua-duanya. Yang pro-nya apa, con-nya apa gitu. Oke, let's continue ya. Okay. Okay. Can you see the text? Mungkin kita tutup dulu ya pintunya ya. Okay, so before you already learn about the definition, the structures, and a little bit of the language features, right? Nah, sekarang kita akan lebih fokus kepada language features-nya. Karena nanti kalian akan producing arguments dan isinya sedikit. Okay, so for the first language feature, in analytical exposition, we have to use formal and objective language. Maksudnya formal itu seperti apa? Misalnya seperti ini. Instead of I think, mati. Hold on. Okay. Instead of I think English is cool, we can say English is a globally recognized language essential for business and education. Jadi mungkin kalimatnya yang lebih fancy ya, yang sedikit lebih panjang. Nah, kalau misalkan ini I think, kalau itu kan kita menggunakan opinion kita kan dalam analytical exposition. Daripada kita menggunakan I think saja, kita bisa memberikan contohnya seperti apa. Jadi kita harus objektif, jangan cuma berdasarkan perasaan kita sendiri. Jadi kita harus memberikan buktinya seperti apa dan gunakan kalimat yang formal. Misalnya yang informal itu biasanya pakai slang, terus atau mungkin yang kalimatnya yang pakai singkatan seperti itu ya. Nah, okay, and then the next one, we use present tense and logical connectors. So in here, do you know what verb that we use for present tense? Yes, what verb? Verb 1, verb 2, or verb 3? Verb 1, good. Contohnya seperti ini ya. Technology plays a crucial role in society. The verb 1 is plays. Seperti itu. Mungkin sudah tahu basicnya seperti apa ya. Jadi tidak perlu dijelaskan. Okay, now the next one is type of connectors in analytical exposition text. Nah, jadi ada 3 macam yang biasanya paling sering digunakan dalam analytical exposition. The first one is we use addition connectors, cause and effect connectors, and contrast connectors. Yang addition itu misalnya seperti yang penambahan. Misalnya, furthermore, in addition, moreover. Jadi misalkan kalian ada argumen nih, lalu mau menambahkan argumen lain yang masih poinnya sama dengan kalimat sebelumnya. Nah, jadi we can use furthermore, in addition, or moreover. The next one is cause and effect. From the name, berarti ada sebab dan akibat. Jadi di sini kita bisa menggunakan as a result, consequently, and therefore. Jadi yang menunjukkan sebab akibat. And then the last one is showing contrast. Berarti kalau kontras itu tadi kan kalau misalkan addition kan penambahan yang masih setara. Kalau kontras berarti penambahan yang bertolak belakang, berarti kebalikannya. For example, however, on the other hand, or nevertheless. Atau misalnya biasa juga yang paling mudah digunakan itu kayak but. But itu masuk kontras. Oke. Nanti Miss share ya sama Areva, nanti bisa buat dibaca lagi. Oke, the next one is we use modal verbs. Nah, tadi contohnya ada temannya bilang persuasive language. So one of the persuasive language is in modal verbs. We can use should. Berarti should itu berarti menunjukkan saran seperti itu ya. Nah, so for example, students should learn English to improve career opportunities. Nah, seperti itu ya modals. And then the next one is using evaluative adjective. Berarti yang ada menunjukkan bobot sebuah benda itu seperti apa. Misalnya essential berarti penting, the same with crucial, beneficial berarti bermanfaat, or effective berarti sangat efektif, seperti itu ya. Any question so far? Yes? Yes, you can also use this for the Waalaikumsalam. Come in. We can use this for debate. Kalau misalkan nanti ikut lomba debate, boleh pakai kalimatnya seperti ini. Anything else? Any other question? Kita lanjutkan ya. Oke. Ini skip dulu. Alright, so these are some useful phrases that you can use. Berarti ini tipsnya ya. Nah, jadi misalnya pertama dari tesis. Jadi waktu awal di tesis kita kan ada sudah mengenalkan nih. For example, let's say social media. You say social media is bla 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 bla. Seperti itu kan. And then you want to say the problem. What's the problem with social media kan? Kita tunggu dulu, temannya lagi sibuk. Can we continue? Okay. Nah, jadi for example, after you introduce the topic, you can introduce your main arguments menggunakan kalimat ini. Misalnya, my first point is, for example, social media is leading to cyberbullying, misalnya ya. So my first point is cyberbullying can be harmful to teenagers. Misalnya apa evidence-nya gitu yang kenapa jadi harmful seperti itu. And then the next one, giving examples. Jadi kita tidak cuma memberikan argumen saja, tapi harus ada bukti. Karena tadi kan objektif ya, harus objektif, tidak subjektif. So we can use, for instance, for example, a clear illustration, bla bla bla. And then expressing opinions. Kalau misalkan mau mengemukakan pendapat, bisa gunakan kalimat ini. In my opinion, social media is beneficial to us because bla bla bla, seperti itu. And then last one, concluding. Conclusion itu yang reiteration ya. So we can use to sum up, social media is beneficial but we need to apa gitu. Misalnya kita harus menghadapi tantangannya dengan apa, seperti itu. Now, next one, tips on constructing arguments. Nah, jadi ada tahapannya dalam membuat arguments. For the first one, yang main pointnya tadi, main point itu yang bisa kita sebut thesis statement. Jadi harus ada dasarnya dulu apa yang mau kita bahas. Misalnya tadi social media is harmful to teenagers. Lalu itu kan main argumentsnya kan, main pointnya. Lalu evidence-nya kenapa jadi harmful tadi gitu. Okay, sorry. Jadi we have to show example why is it harmful to us. And then the next one, explanation. Setelah memberikan contoh, kita harus menjelaskan apa saja sih tadi tuh yang dapat merusak, yang harmful-nya tadi, seperti itu ya. Any question? Okay, if you don't have any question, let's watch this video ya.
Malcolm X once said that education Malcolm X once said that education are better than others, giving the holder access to better schools and teachers, and in turn, a more prosperous future. These inequalities have been around long before COVID-19, but the pandemic both exacerbated them and made them more visible. While the standard of education varies greatly globally, education inequality happens at the local level in all countries. For example, only 4 out of every 100 children in Africa is expected to enter a graduate and postgraduate institution, compared to 14 out of 100 in South and West Asia and 36 out of 100 in Latin America. Even in developed countries, the quality of schooling can differ greatly whether rich or poor. High national wealth, then, is no guarantee of high quality. The UK, Germany, and the US are among the richest countries in the world, but all three rank poorly on an educational.
Habis ya? Okay, wait. Low battery ternyata. Kayak apa, gimana caranya? Speakernya itu banyak. Kesini. Ya. Kepala. Anyone have a Type C charger? Kepalanya aja deh dulu pinjam, nyari chargernya. Yang kepalanya Type USB. Ya kepala chargernya aja. Pinjam sebentar ya. Cabutan. Udah ya. Bisa kok anak kita pasangin. Bukan punya lu. Nyalain lagi bluetoothnya kan. Bluetooth. Udah diubah mas? Oh iya. Harusnya udah sih. Ya, coba. Ini.
Highest levels of income inequality among OECD.
I'm sorry for
countries.
inconvenience.
In the UK, there's been a significant lack of social mobility. Has remained high, there hasn't been much change in how well British children are doing at school. In a 2019 report by the Education Coalition Fair Education Alliance, pupils from disadvantaged backgrounds in the UK lagged their peers by more than 8 months in reading, writing and maths by age 11.
Children from persistently disadvantaged backgrounds are 22 months behind by the time they finish their school career. Small progress has been made in helping some children almost beat the odds and overcome the barriers that face them. But the systemic underlying factors of our education system still remain, which mean we're not ever reaching the most persistently disadvantaged.
So what are the contributing factors of education inequality among children? According to UNICEF, a child's educational progress is linked to their family background. What kind of jobs the parents have, or whether the child is a first-generation immigrant, can affect the likelihood of them continuing into higher education. Age tends to grow as children get older. Reading abilities among girls are generally better.
Udah baik, ada pengaruhnya, apakah pengaruh yang diberikan oleh luar negeri itu ke program potensi terbaik untuk gagasan mimpi dan musik apa gimana? Bisa aja dia mungkin jadi pengaruh yang kadang tahu kalau yang dewasa bisa karena mereka udah itu kan dari
Have you finished? You have to prepare your speech, right? 3 minutes left. Any question?
Buat nulis ini kalau Bu.
Yes. Yang itu yang bawah, yang student's name, reviewer's name itu.
Kalau pidatonya kan udah terus di kertas biasa.
Ya, kalau kamu mau buat pegangan kamu boleh di kertas terpisah nanti yang lain. Ya. Ya. One minute left after this. Okay, the time is up. So we're going to start the speech to each other ya. I'm going to start with the right side. Jadi yang samping sini dulu, sebelah kanan dulu, sebaris sama semua. Jadi mulai dari temannya yang sebelah sini ya. Okay, you may start speaking now. You may start the speech. Yes, mulai. Ya, langsung mulai aja. Dengan teman kamu berbicara.
Itu mereka bingung tuh si ada
Finish. What? Kamu topiknya apa? Ya, mana lihat. Topik 3. The importance of preserving local languages in Indonesia's multilingual society. Nah, jadi misalnya kan kita ini kan punya banyak bahasa kan, kayak bahasa Jawa, bahasa Banjar gitu. Tapi gimana sih caranya kita melestarikan bahasa daerah walaupun kita ada banyak bahasa kayak gitu poinnya. Nah, jadi kamu perkenalkan isunya, masalahnya apa gitu. Tapi misalnya apa? Let's say orang sudah mulai jarang pakai bahasa daerah gitu ya, sudah mulai campur-campur pakai bahasa Inggris gitu misalnya. Kamu perkenalkan masalahnya, kenapa, problemnya apa gitu. Paham? Nah, sekarang boleh ngobrol dengan temannya. Number 1, the impact of global literature on Indonesian writers. Nah, maksudnya itu kan literature itu kan gak cuma bahasa Indonesia kan, tapi sudah ada mulai masuk nih literasi dari Inggris gitu ya, atau dari Jepang kayak gitu. Nah, jadi maksudnya itu mempengaruhi sebagai kita yang penulis Indonesia itu gimana? Apakah mungkin ada perubahannya tuh mungkin mempengaruhi cara kita menulis, misalnya sudah ada budaya kebarat-baratan gitu dalam buku, tidak yang murni bahasa yang Indonesia saja, atau mungkin bahasanya sudah mulai campur-campur gitu, bahasa gaul kayak gitu maksudnya. Okay, you may talk to each other. Nanti temannya saling menilai ya. Oke.
di sini aja Bu.
Ya, dengan temannya berdua. Oh, kayak gini. Jangan lupa tulisnya yang tadi, yang reviewers name tadi kata, supaya buat menilai tampil. Sudah ngobrol? Sudah semua. Kamu sudah? Skornya 1 to 4 aja. 1 sampai 4. Have you finished talking? The score is only 1 to 4. Finish? Okay, good. Yes.
Oh my God.
Skor ini dari berapa?
1 to 4. 4 is the highest. Itu bisa dilihat di situ. Kelihatan nggak? Kecilan nggak? Tadi dia punya siapa ya? Amel. Where's Amel? Thank you ya. Done? Okay, good. Thank you. Four minutes left ya. 4 minutes left. English.
Udah mau belum supaya mudah pahamnya. Jadi masuk otak sebenarnya kan fokus mencari bintang buat Inggrisnya. Ayam kesken now.
Finish? Yes.
Masih Bu.
Yang sudah selesai boleh kumpul ya. Oke.
We can do
Kamu sudah ngomong? Ah, lihat bantu.
I will do my speech, but it's just
One to four. Skornya 1 to 4.
Oh, very good.
Nomor aja.
Nomor aja, nomor.
Emoji, emoji.
Sudah ngomong? Sudah. Thank you.
Baru ngebahas studio club.
Okay, everyone, time is up. Time is up. So please collect your paper. Silakan dikumpulkan kertasnya tadi. Silakan dikumpulkan. Ayo, kumpulkan kertasnya. Oke. English? In English? Yes, of course, in English. We're not Indonesian class.
In my opinion, local Western music is a lifestyle.
Dan, sorry.
Society. That's why society will follow the new lifestyle.
Oke, dan kasih skor temannya.
Kasih jauh sih kalau dan kayak begitu.
1 to 4.
Terus ada people I give you 4 anjir.
Ayo tulis tuh skornya. Sudah?
Kamu gak kasih
Sudah semua? Sudah semua? Sudah semua?
Sudah.
Oke. Sudah? Tuliskan skornya. Seadanya aja sudah.
Saya belum
Oh, belum ngomong sama sekali. I will give you time.
Nah, yang tadi itu harus itu tulisnya kayak apa?
Which one?
Ini harus ini harusnya kayak apa nih?
Presenter ini yang ngomong, yang reviewer, yang menilai. Kebalik ya.
Maybe there's not the style in this country isn't fitting for them, and so they like the other ones, from the other countries more.
Finish? Itu kertasnya apa tuh?
Lebihan.
Oh, lebihan.
She's like on Instagram like
Tapi sebenarnya cuma klasik
Or makeup is less.
Terus ini too excited ini a good side.
Yeah,
Okay.
in a good thing.
In a good thing.
In a good way. Oh.
Already got
Faster ya, faster. Langsung conclusionnya aja.
Because they get attached to the other country's culture more. Okay? So they find this the one from the original country nothing. The second one is from Hollywood. Hollywood produces lots of inappropriate movies or series, and they're targeted towards teenagers. So lots of expensive movies that the teenagers watch that things like
Okay. While waiting, I'm going. Like, hello. Attention, please. Okay, I'm going to choose 2 person to present in the front of the class, ya. May I have Maria Hillary? Maria, which one is Maria? Okay. Where is Maria? Okay, please come to the front. Boleh dibawa catatannya. You can wait. You can. Yes, only by yourself. Perhatikan ya. Speech yang tadi, yang kamu tadi.
Hey guys, I'm talking about the influence of music on emotional and personal well-being. Music is everywhere. We hear it in our cars, at home, and even in our homes. But music isn't just something we listen to for fun. It's like a magic potion for our minds, making us feel happy, sad, or calm. It can even help us think better. Imagine this. You're feeling stressed after a long day. You put on your favorite music and suddenly you feel a little bit better. And that's the power of music. It can make our worries go away and make us feel happy. My friend Anna is a teacher. She works long hours and gets tired. She says listening to classical music helps her relax after work. But music isn't just for calming down. Upbeat music like pop or dance music can make us feel happy and energetic. It can even help us remember things better. And my friend has a hard time feeling calm. She finds listening to the sounds and peaceful music really helpful. Music is amazing. It can make us feel better, help us think better, and even help us heal.
Okay, thank you. Give applause to Maria. Can anyone tell me what is Maria's speech about? Yes, about music to our mind ya. Jadi tentang mempengaruhi pikiran kita gitu ya, psychological. Okay, last person. I will choose a boy. Okay, may I have Muhammad Rangga Hafiz? Where is Rangga? Itu bisa ngomong. Please. Beneran. Ahmad Gozi. Okay, pay attention to your friend. Yes, langsung saja.
So my topic is the psychological effect of social media on mental health. So my argument is social media is a very useful tool. We can share our activities and see other activities. And we can chat with people from their or in comment. So even my friends, for example, from friends, we can just talk like normally. But, however, social media could make the use of mental very fragile because it has a lot of benefits, like cyberbullying. It causes a lot of things that affect mental health. The mental health of the user. Mental illness that could include is like anxiety, depression, and insomnia. Furthermore, it could lead to eating disorder and addiction. So, in conclusion, social media is actually a good thing, but using it too much could affect a lot of things.
Okay, good. Let's give applause. Okay. What is Gozi's speech about? Social media tuh? Yes, mental health. Tadi contohnya apa kira-kira mental health-nya? Insomnia. Okay, very good. Okay, so for today we already practiced to make a speech, right? Now for the last one, I'm going to give you a homework. You're going to make a video only. Hello. Only 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes. Only. Mas, itu maksimal ya, maksimal 5 menit, boleh kurang, nggak apa-apa. Jadi yang singkat-singkat saja. So you are going to make a speech. The theme is the influence of English in your future gitu ya. Nanti Miss kasih akan dikirimkan ke Areva nanti ya temanya. Jadi maksimalnya 5 menit. I'm going to give you a Google Drive later. So you, yes, in the video. So you are going to submit the video in Google Drive later ya. I will give you how many? One week, is it enough? 1 week ya. 1 week, jadi sampai Kamis depan. Jadi nanti Miss kirimkan lagi supaya bisa lihat detailnya. Oke, any question? Okay. Boleh. Untuk penilaian akhirnya ya. Alright, so I'm going to ask you for 3 last question. Do you find something interesting from our lesson today? Yes, you terdengar terpaksa. Okay. Do you have some difficulties? Do you have some difficulties in today's lesson? No? So, all good? Berarti kalau tidak ada kesulitan berarti bisa ya nanti bikin videonya ya. Okay. What do you want to learn more from today's lesson? Ada yang mau dipelajari lebih lanjut? Bikin video tentang speech seperti tadi. Jadi kalian temanya berbeda lagi temanya. Tapi semuanya sama, temanya semuanya sama ya. Okay. So I think that's all for today. See you later on Monday ya. We're going to continue the class on Monday. Thank you so much for your participation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Waalaikumsalam.